After a months-long pause, Canada and U.S. trade talks have restarted. But with the $1.3 trillion annual trading relationship in unpredictable territory, what are the trickle-down legal effects on Canadian businesses? Joining us this morning to discuss is Celso Boscariol and Miles Alperstein, partners from Watson Goepel, for this week's edition of Legal Insiders. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us to talk about this ever-changing topic. I feel like every day we see something new. So Celso, we'll start with you. What are some of the impacts you've seen firsthand when it comes to Canadian business owners?
Well, I think there's been a great deal of anxiety created because, the United States is a natural trading partner. It's the easiest trading partner because of language proximity and basically cultural similarities. So, of course, a lot of customers and clients have been shipping to the States for years. And, of course, with the free trade agreements and almost unfettered access to the U.S. market, there is a lot of anxiety created, like, what does that mean for my business? Will my product be affected? What will the tariffs do? And they're looking at loss of market share in the United States. So one of the things that I suggest to them is you have to look at alternative markets as well. I mean, you have to protect yourself. So, we've seen Prime Minister Carney go to India and China and try to develop trade agreements and deals with them. And similarly, there's a comprehensive economic trade agreement, a free trade agreement between Canada and the European Union.
Right on. And so, Miles, what are some of the legal avenues businesses can take to protect themselves, to navigate these tariffs imposed by the U.S.?
Well, it's really a reactionary approach because our clients, we find, in the face of these tariffs, are forced with having to deal with changes to their business environment. And we can provide them with different avenues, different contacts in different countries to help them move forward and replace those huge markets which are now being closed down by virtue of the tariffs.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that a little bit more, Celso. What are some of the tools available at Watson Goepel specifically with that international network? What can you offer folks?
Okay, well, first of all, we belong to an international network of law firms called Lawyers Associated Worldwide with approximately 100 firms located around the world so that we're able to contact our counterparts in those jurisdictions to assist clients in exploring, shall we say, market penetration opportunities there. And then as well, we've spent a lot of time studying the various free trade agreements that Canada has, for example, with the European Union, with Chile, with South Korea, just to name a couple, and pointing to clients that there may be alternatives there to your current market woes in the United States.
Okay, and Miles, really quickly here, tell us, if people are forced up against a wall and they have to shut down, what can you do to help them?
Well, we have a department that deals with insolvencies, restructuring businesses, but there are whole avenues that need to be negotiated in terms of how best to negotiate with landlords, suppliers, customers that you might have standing contracts that you have to deliver things to.
Right. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do in those situations, unfortunately. Well, lots to talk about there, lots to discuss. And if folks want to find out more, they can reach out directly to the website you see on your screen and book, an appointment, talk to you folks. That's Miles and Celso from Watson Goepel LLP, partners at that firm, for this week's Legal Insiders.